Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, Carol. Good morning. Ekason. Otutu Oma. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, this is my entry for today. Hey guys, welcome to the M&B podcast. Another episode of the M&B podcast where we dissect the latest happening in the world of football. The last time I made the video was a week ago, but it feels like an ages because it has been a very crazy week in the world of football. A lot of things has happened in the world of football. Where do I start from? Manchester City was found guilty of breaching financial fair play rule by the Premier League. Chelsea can't buy a win. Chelsea is proving to us that money can't buy you success. Arsenal beginning to crumble under the pressure. Manchester United keep on winning. And Manchester City having issues on and off the pitch. Real Madrid wobbling, Barcelona shining, and many more will be dissected in this episode. Let's go. So where do I start from? Manchester City has been found guilty of breaching the financial fair play rule by the Premier League. They were charged with having breached up to 134 count of charges by the Premier League starting from 2008 to 2020. I'm not surprised that they were found guilty because we all know, like, Manchester City, the amount of money they spent on transfers, recently this year, Deloitte published a revenue that clubs generate, and Manchester City topped the revenue list with over 780 million euros over Real Madrid, which is unbelievable because I don't think any football has a higher fan base or generate more revenue since the beginning of football than Real Madrid. Real Madrid has the biggest fan base in the world, arguably the biggest fan base in the world. We Man United, I guess. But for Manchester City to be topping the generation of revenue list, it feels fishy to me, and I knew like something was up because like Manchester City rarely fill up their stadiums, and they rarely have big sponsors. And we know that some of their deals were, I know it was shady because like some of their deals, like the deals they have with Etihad and all, like I knew it was shady because Etihad belongs to Dubai, where the owners of Manchester City are from. So we know that Manchester City has always found a way of like trying to hide their finances or trying to spike up the ambassadorship deals they sign or sponsorship deals they sign. So it's not a surprise to me that they find the Premier League has finally found them wanting and find them guilty of breaching the financial fair play rule. So hopefully, they said like the punishment they might be facing is like a point deduction, relegation, which I think will not happen. I don't think Manchester City is going to get relegated, or I don't think they will get demoted. I think the one that we can see right now is that the feasible one for me that I think is going to happen to them is maybe they will get, maybe the point will be deducted from them, or maybe they will be banned from transfer window, maybe for like 2 seasons, like what happened to Chelsea in 2018 when Chelsea was found guilty and they were banned for 2 transfer windows. So I think similar thing might be done to Man City. I don't see them being relegated, or I don't see them being demoted. But the crazy part is, even if they are deducted 15 points, like what happened to what the Italian Football Federation passed on Juventus, they would still be ahead of Chelsea. They will still be ahead of Chelsea and Liverpool on the table, which is crazy. Which just shows you how much of a down season Liverpool and Chelsea are having. Of course, so let's move to Chelsea. Chelsea can't seem to buy a win. Since the last time I made a video, Chelsea has played 2 matches. They played against Fulham with all the stars, the debut of Enzo Fernandez, Modric home debut, Madueke's home debut. They couldn't get a goal. The performance was just dry. I expected more from them based on the fact that the new signs they just signed were playing. It's their first match. There was a lot of energy, a lot of anticipation for the game. The home fans were up for it. Players, and I expected more from the players, and I expected more from the manager. I believe they could have fed up on the energy of the fans and tried to get a result in. And kudos to Fulham. The job Marco Silva has been doing has been phenomenal. being in the sixth position in the Premier League. A team that's just coming from relegation that actually dominated the championship and come straight back to the Premier League, and everybody was expecting them to have a down season or have a JoJo season, and they are showing that yeah, they can roll with the big boys. Chelsea has been unable to beat them this season. Not forgetting that Chelsea lost the first encounter with Fulham at Craven Cottage at the beginning of the season 1-0. So it's been a crazy work done by Marco Silva and the Fulham boys. And we have to give shout out to Mitrovic. The amount of scrutiny he had heading into the season, like people criticizing and people doubting if he could do it in the Premier League, and he has stood up and been counted, scoring goals, picking up from where he left off in the Championship, and he has been getting goals in the Premier League. They have a solid core. Tim Ream at the back, Issa Diop at the back. Robinson has been a revelation. Not forgetting Tete as well. And Andres Pereira, what a sign he has been. And Willian, I can't forget about Willian. We all thought it was finished because he had a tough time at Arsenal, and it wasn't that exceptional also in the Brazilian league when he went back home. But hey, look at him now in the Premier League. He's getting his turn and he's still scoring on a high level. Moving on to other Chelsea match, Chelsea as well. They played against West Ham, like much improved performance. Like you guys, João Felix is actually a baller. What a player! You know, the link up between João Felix, Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke and Mikhailo Modric was amazing to see. Enzo Fernandez has settled right into the team. You can see why he went for the amount of money that he went for. You can see why he was highly coveted by all the big clubs in the world. Benoit Badiashile has been a revelation at the back. His partnership with Thiago Silva has been immense. Not forgetting the return of Rhys James at the back, adding more solidity to the defense. The performance was much more improved compared to that against Fulham, and I think the more the team and the squad get to play with each other, the better they get. I know there's frustration among Chelsea fans because they've bought all this amount of players, quality players, and they've been unable to win. But I say, like, the progression can be seen, especially from the West Ham game. Yeah, they are going through a hard luck right now. All they need is a win, and I know a win is going to come through. And once they get a win, I think the team is going to be on the right path and they'll continue to win. I think it's just that kind of time whereby Chelsea's situation is like a bottle of ketchup right now. You know, you're trying to eat it and it's not coming out. But I tell you, the moment it comes out, everything is going to be pouring out. I feel they are going to be in a better situation coming in the next few weeks. N'Golo Kante has begun training. He has stepped up his recovery, same as Wesley Fofana, same as Denis Zakaria. Raheem Sterling suffered a setback in training, but the team, you can see, like, they are just like 2 or 3 players coming back away from being a good team. West Ham were compact, especially what we expect from a typical David Moyes team. Compact, didn't give anything away, was solid defensively. In the first 10 minutes, though, Chelsea ran wings around them, and I felt it could have been like a drubbing, like they were in for a drubbing. It could have been like 3 or 4-0 up, but they had some tight offside calls that were against them, and where they allowed West Ham go into the game. They got their goal, and the second half was just dry. As soon as Grandpa made his substitutions, you could actually just see the drop in quality of the players that were coming in and the ones that were replaced. So I feel like Chelsea is going to get better. And let's talk about like how in the hell will the VAR not check Thomas Tuchel's save. Thomas Tuchel turned himself to Fabianski, turned himself to a goalkeeper and made a save. I don't think we'll ever see a more glaring penalty this season than the one that was missed, than the one that the VAR missed yesterday in the match against West Ham and Chelsea. It's just ludicrous. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of. Yesterday was like it was a terrible day for VAR. Like the missed call in the Arsenal match, Arsenal against Brentford match, the missed call there. We could clearly see that Norgard was offside and he should have been called for offside. The VAR has just been ludicrous. In the Premier League, I don't know what's wrong. It is the best league in the world, but trust me, they have the trashiest refs in the world. I'm moving on from Chelsea and their woes. and they are Chelsea and they are woes. Hopefully they get better, and we'll be here to dissect what's going to happen to them in the next couple of their matches. Arsenal, is the pressure getting to Arsenal? They were on fire. Arsenal has been on fire since the beginning of the season, but since 2023 began, they have been having a bit of downtime. They have not won their last two matches in the Premier League, and these are games they should be winning, or these are games they were winning at the beginning of the season. Everton, losing to Everton away at Goodison Park was kind of somehow, wasn't a surprise to me, because it was kind of expected, because I feel like the Everton, the new manager bounce, like they say, like Sean Dyche, they are home, their fans, they want to play long balls. I just feel it was a bad day in office for Arsenal. Then I was expecting them to kick on against Brentford. I was expecting more from them based on the fact Arsenal was at home, was at the Emirates, against a team that they had issues with in the past. I was expecting coming and a match whereby they are playing right after they lost the game. So I was expecting more energy, more cohesion from them. But it just seems to be short of ideas. They didn't know how to move the ball. It feels like they don't have a plan B. They were not moving the balls on a faster level like they do. They were not playing vertical. It was just slow pace, like just random passes. It's all well and good passing, but you need to actually create something at the end of the passing. I think their game was more or less similar to that of Chelsea's, where it was just pedestrian. We didn't see Odegaard wasn't at his best. Saka wasn't at his sharpest, but you see had a moment of magic in him to dribble past the fullback and then put in a lovely cross that Trossard converted. But we have to also give a shout out to Brentford, to give a shout out to Thomas Frank. He has been amazing this season. They have been doing a very good job this season, being ahead of Chelsea and Liverpool and fighting for those European spots. Antonio, as usual, being a menace, being in the right position at the right time when it was needed. Not forgetting the industry of Janelt, Norgard, Janssen, the willingness to press and never giving of Mbuemo, and the solidity at the back of Pinnock and me, and their goalkeeper Raya has been immense for them this season, and they are doing a very, very good job. What about Tottenham, the butlers, the perennial butlers? I was expecting them to kick on after beating Manchester City at home. They lost. It was a fantastic game. They played a fantastic game against Manchester City. I was expecting them to kick on at Leicester City. Against Leicester City that has not been in the best form this year. They've not been in the best form this season. I was expecting them to kick on against a team Harry Kane has scored the most times in the Premier League in his career. I was expecting them a much more better performance. Their coach, the first one Antonio Conte is going to be back on his sidelines since he undergone a surgery. I was expecting them to have a fantastic performance, but it's Tottenham. They always keep bottling, and we have to give a shout out to Kelechi Iheanacho and James Maddison. Kelechi Iheanacho is a moment player. It kind of feels like Bernardo just doesn't use him, but when he's under pressure and his job is at stake, he uses him, he delivers for him, then he starts putting him back on the bench. He had a fantastic game yesterday. 2 goals, 1 assist, a goal and 2 assists. Amazing performance. Not forgetting the last match as well. He got a goal in his last match. He has been on fire, playing so well, performing on a high level. James Maddison, the return of James Maddison has been immense for them. As usual, he has been their talisman, getting into the goals, and also Harvey Barnes also getting back among the goals. Fantastic performance from Leicester yesterday. Harvey Barnes tore Pedro Porro into shreds. A debut to forget for Pedro Porro. But hopefully we see improvement in Tottenham's game, and hopefully this is the step up, or this is the shot in the arm that Leicester needs for them to continue to pull away from the relegation battle. And of course, Real Madrid, they become the champions of the world yesterday, winning the Club World Cup by defeating Al Hilal 5-3. Fantastic performance from Vini Jr. I think he has been a shining light for Real Madrid since last season, but he has been off it. He has been off it in terms of like his concentration since beginning of the year. He has been having a lot of like battles, a lot of like monies, a lot of like unnecessary drama that has been going through with the defenders in La Liga. So it was great to see him in a different space, focusing on his game, not playing, not trying to do any antics, and performing on the highest level, winning the Golden Ball at the FIFA Club World Cup. Karim Benzema was back in the goals. Federico Valverde was immense yesterday. It was a quality performance from the Real Madrid boys. Hopefully, the fact that they won the Club World Cup is going to lift their form, and they will be able to be back in form in La Liga and start winning, because they've been dropping points in their last couple of games and have not been playing well. Moving from the club world champion to Barcelona, who I think has been amazing since after the World Cup. They've been amazing. Since the beginning of 2023, they have been amazing. Like only conceding 7 goals in La Liga this season, which is crazy, which is a crazy start. Like big shout out to Xavi, the work he has been doing. Shout out to Christensen, to Ter Stegen, to Araujo. The job they've been doing has been immense. Everybody pulling in together. I never expected Barca to be this solid this year. With the way they started the season, I felt Real Madrid was the team to beat. And when they lost their Clasico against Real Madrid was flying high. Then I felt like it was going to be a tough task for them to win the La Liga. But look at them now. Real Madrid has lost form, and Barca is just picking up from where they left and just continue to win and win and win and win. It's great job Xavi has been doing. Great job Rafinha. Lewandowski has been immense for them, of course, getting goals. Not forgetting the brilliance of Gavi and Pedri in the midfield, and the veteran presence of Jordi Alba or Busquets. They really improved, and Barca seems like the team to beat, and La Liga seems like theirs to lose right now. So let's not forgetting about looking forward to Manchester City match against Aston Villa today. Expect Manchester City to win. I believe they need to win to put more pressure on Arsenal, since the fact that Arsenal dropped points in their last game. Expect Manchester City to win. So hopefully they can kick on from this. Might be the match they need to kick on and start putting pressure on Arsenal and trying to chase them down, and trying to win the Premier League for the 5th time in 6 seasons. Manchester United against Leeds United. I expect a very lively game. I expect I'm hoping for something similar to the game they had recently at the Old Trafford, the fantastic game which ended 2-2. High energy game, end-to-end game. Leeds played with a lot of desire, a lot of energy, a lot of running, covering ground, pressing their man, not feeling scared, playing with a lot of energy. They put in a great performance. Hopefully it's not just a manager bounce, maybe because they sacked their manager, but they really digged in. And Man United are the kings of comebacks. Of course, whenever you lead Man United 2-0 at Old Trafford, you are never safe. You know, they can always do a comeback. They have a comeback in them. Rashford has been on fire. It's great to see Jadon Sancho back among the goals, playing well. So I'm looking forward to their game today at Elland Road. Hopefully Leeds United can do more of the same like they did at Old Trafford, and Man United will be hoping to start on a better foot, on a front foot, not going behind 2-0, because if they go behind early in the game where Leeds United are at Elland Road, you know the fans will be behind them and they'll be pushing them on. So it's going to be, I know Erik ten Hag will not want to be in the situation he was in the first half of the game at Old Trafford. He will not want the same. He want them to end. He want them to continue from where they left off, with the way they ended the game at Old Trafford, where Man United was like pressurizing Leeds United and playing on the front foot. It's going to be an exciting game today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the result is going to be. And thank you guys. I want to say a big shout. Thank you guys for watching our video, for like supporting us. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, anything you feel like we need to talk about and you want us to talk about, or any issues we have, we what I've said, like, you can put your comment down below. I'll be reading through the comment and hopefully hoping to hear from you. Thank you so much. God bless you.